Hi, this is Kerry Jeffrey from Emotional Autoimmunity. This video is going to be a little bit different from my normal ones because normally when I make a video, I'm talking to the people in my community, and my community is people living with chronic illness, especially chronic autoimmune conditions. And when you have autoimmunity, it is a problem with your immune system. So I want to talk to all of you who are the healthy population, because I think there's some really important conversations that we can have as a result of the corona COVID-19 outbreak and all of the things that you're experiencing at the moment. So one of the biggest issues that those of us with chronic illness have is getting people to believe just how much it's changed our lives, and getting people to believe exactly the impact that it's having on us at a daily basis. And so I know for all of you out there who are going through the whole coronavirus scare at the moment and having to self-isolate and worrying about perhaps losing your business or losing your job or losing your home because you can't pay your mortgage or pay your rent or pay your bills, worrying about getting sick, worrying about what's going to happen to you if you do get coronavirus, worrying if you're going to get through it okay, worrying if it's going to leave you disabled in some way or maybe even kill you, that you are now getting an insight into what it's like to have a chronic illness. Because for so many of us with chronic illness, this is not just a pandemic. This is every day of our lives. And from the day we got our diagnosis, our lives completely changed. So a lot of the things that you are worrying about now, they've already happened. There are people who are self-isolating all the time, not because they want to, but because they need to. Because in order to get effective treatment for the chronic illnesses they live with, they are taking very strong immunosuppressant drugs, which means they have virtually no immune response whatsoever. So they get everything that comes along. So they need to be concerned about that. There are those of us who can't get out of bed, literally, who have been bedbound for months and even years, who can't work even if they wanted to. There are those of us who spend every day worrying about they might lose their jobs because their ability to continue to work with their chronic illness continues to deteriorate. And we don't know what to expect on a daily basis. We live with that uncertainty every day. Is this disease going to get worse? Am I going to end up disabled or even more disabled? Are we going to lose our home? Is that my relationship going to end? These are things that have happened and are happening right now to people with chronic illness. So here's what I want to say to you, everybody who normally has good health. In months' time, like, this coronavirus thing is eventually going to end. And from the research and the statistics that's coming through, most of you are going to be okay, right? Most of the people with healthy immune systems do recover with no after effects at all. But for those of us with chronic illness, we are the ones you hear about every day whose lives are at risk. When they talk about the elderly and those with pre-existing conditions, we're the people that they're talking about. And our lives matter. We are mothers, we are sisters, we are husbands, we are wives, we are workers. We contribute to the best that we can. Our lives are valuable. So imagine how it feels every single day, hearing yourself lumped together in that statistic that, you know, the only people who are probably going to be badly affected or could die are those with pre-existing conditions that have autoimmune illness or the elderly. And as somebody in my 60s with 3 chronic autoimmune conditions, I fall right into that category. And I can tell you, it's not reassuring. So at the end, when coronavirus is over, and I know lives are going to be different and there's probably going to be economic issues, but I want you to understand, guys, that you've had a taste of what it's like for us. And our issues are not going to go away at the end of coronavirus. We will still be experiencing all of the other impacts that go on in the world, plus the day-to-day issues of living with ongoing chronic conditions. And chronic means for life, and there is no cure at the moment for autoimmune diseases, and these include things like rheumatoid arthritis, ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, Hashimoto's, celiac disease, type 1 diabetes. There are hundreds of known and suspected autoimmune conditions around, and they're affecting more and more people every single day. So if you know somebody in your family or in your circle that has chronic illness, then I hope you can now, through your experience of your fears and all the things that you're worrying about, start to have a little bit of understanding and compassion for what they're going through, and believe them when they tell you how they feel, and listen to them when they express their fears about their future and what's going to happen to them and how they're feeling right now, and how hopeless they often feel and how little energy they have, because what they're feeling is very real. And I hope that going through your experience right now with coronavirus, you're going to start to have a little bit of understanding and a little bit of empathy, and take that with you into the future, because what we most need from you is your belief in us and your support and your encouragement that we are living with something that is very scary and very real, that we have to deal with every single day of our lives. So please share this around. Please open your hearts, and please have some understanding based on what you're going through at the moment, because this is a great opportunity to really understand what's going on for us. We already feel marginalized, we already feel ignored, and we feel isolated and alone the majority of the time. So thanks guys for watching. Please share this around with anyone you think that would benefit. Thank you.